Hi, welcome to Science. We're talking about habitats again. At this point, we have watched the video that talks about what are the four main parts of a habitat that we need for all plants and animals to survive. That's food, water, shelter, and space. And today we're going to be creating or finishing up this foldable that we created in a previous video. If you haven't seen that, I'll include a link in it in the description below. And basically all we're going to be doing for the first part is we're going to fold in all the corners of our quadrants like this, and then in each one of these sections we're going to be putting the first letter or letters for shelter and space, because they're the same, right? We're going to be putting those letters on the front, and then inside we're going to be writing the words in full as well. Okay, so it'll be kind of like just a quick reminder flashcard for you every time that you play around with these things. So for food, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try to create food or use food in order to create my letters. And so you can see that I've got a piece of chicken here for the first part of the, or the back part of the F, and over here I've got a piece of bacon, and then I think I'm going to try to draw a French fry, which is maybe not going to look like a French fry, but that's kind of food for the F for the food. And I'm using pen. You should definitely be using pencil. I'm doing it so it shows up on camera a little bit better. For the water, you can do these in any order as long as you keep spinning the square itself. For water, I'm actually going to just make a soggy W. And then what I'm going to do afterwards is I'm going to turn it into water droplets coming off of it for water. Now, you don't have to do this. You can, and feel free to be as creative as you would like. I know some of you have a little bit of difficulty in coming up with stuff on your own. You're welcome to copy me if you'd like, but make sure that yours looks much better than mine does. You're going to be coloring this once you are done. For space, I think I'm just going to do bubble letters for this one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put grass. Try to make sure, well, it's starting to look like flames, which is why I'm going to color it green when I'm done. Although grass does burn, but we're not going to be coloring it orange and red. And I think I'll put some clouds in there as well. Maybe make an eyeball. Yeah, be silly if you'd like. And for the last one is going to be shelter. I think I'm going to just make that, and then over here I'll try to make kind of a cave kind of thing happening here. Shade this in, make sure yours looks a lot better than mine, and then I'll put some rocks down below here as well. A little bit of grass coming out of there. It looks almost like a meatball in the grass. Oh well, it's supposed to be a rock. And then on the inside, when you flip it up, I'm going to start with my F. I'm going to flip it up, and I'm going to use bubble letters. And I'm going to try to space with the middle line here. I'm going to try to space the letters out so that they are even, and want to make sure that my crease is visible so that I can make things above the crease here as well. Food. And then over here is water. Do your best with bubble letters. If you can't do bubble letters, maybe just use pencil crayons and make the letters really, really thick. And you'll probably want to color those blue if you'd like, or even a green. And my letters are starting to go off. I should have paid better attention to where it's at on the line here. I can come back a little bit like this. The goal is for us to remember the food, water, shelter, space. And over here, go space, and shelter. Remember, yours should be neat as well. I've had lots of practice doing this myself, which is why I'm able to do it so quickly. Make sure you're taking your time with it. Do not rush and make it messy, okay? And if you happen to cross underneath here, erase it and try to write it a little bit neater. What we're going to do inside each of these is we are going to list some different possibilities of food that we might find in a shelter, or in a habitat for different populations of plants and animals. I'm actually going to find my crease that goes along here and use my ruler finally so that I can separate my different sections and I don't go into each other's for when I make my list of different food, water, shelters, and space for the different quadrants. For food, one example is going to be, this one will be for plants, and this one will be for animals. And what I'll do is I'll just put jot notes down. So for plants, different types of food that plants might eat are going to probably be soil, and that'll be the same for all of them. I'm pretty sure, yeah, all habitats. It'll be the soil, it'll be sun, and for animals, the first one is probably going to be animals. And what I want you to do is I want you to now re-watch the video on habitats if you're not sure what habitats are, and I want you to get ideas from there as to what are the different jot notes that you can put into each one of these sections. And all you're going to do is fill in this bottom triangle here underneath each heading. All right, that's it. Have fun.